I want to go across to Aryama Sundaram, one of our country's top lawyers. He's tracking these proceedings as they unfold inside the Supreme Court, and we'll wait, Aryama, for the Supreme Court bench to determine how they see this case. But based on your reading of past judgments, jurisprudence as it stands, what do you think would be the most logical thing possibly for the Supreme Court to do given the current political circumstances, Mr. Sundaram?
Rahul, you know very well when a matter is sub judice, I don't try to preempt or give my views on what the court may or may not decide. But let me tell you, purely as a lawyer, not talking about what is going on before the Supreme Court or which way it could be decided or otherwise, a lot of constitutional issues have arisen in this case, maybe because of the wording in the 10th schedule which deals with disqualification itself. There are various lacunae in the 10th schedule which we have to face at some time. I had occasion to appear in the case of the disqualification of the Tamil Nadu MLAs, of the Karnataka MLAs, of the Uttarakhand MLAs. In all these cases I had appeared, and each time, let me tell you, issues which faced the court were, number one, that in the House the Speaker was supreme. He was supreme in the House, and therefore if the Speaker had initiated any action, that action will not be interdicted. However, his decision can thereafter be questioned on the ground of judicial review. That was one. The other,
can I pause you to ask a very simple question? Can the Deputy Speaker tomorrow disqualify? No, Mr. Sundaram, I have a question to build on what you said. Can the Deputy Speaker tomorrow morning, if the floor test happens tomorrow, disqualify these 39 Shiv Sena rebels, saying that I don't accept you as being the Shiv Sena, you're not part of the Uddhav Thackeray Sena, and therefore you're disqualified. Now let that be later challenged in the Supreme Court. Can that happen?
You see, this is the entire question which arises, because the Supreme Court has said that the disqualification will not be decided till the 12th of July, in which case the disqualification is not yet decided. They continue being members of the House. Let me tell you, there is one more lacunae in the 10th schedule, and it's this. Now, if a person disobeys the whip, his vote counts. His vote counts. The ministry could fall, the government could fall, and thereafter he gets disqualified. But in the meantime, the government has fallen. Which is why, in all these cases, you find that the moment there is such an issue, an immediate disqualification action is taken place, so that before the floor test, the disqualification can take place, and on a truncated House, thereafter a decision can be rendered. But often, and in this case also, the question arises, can the tail wag the dog? In a case where these people, on the one hand, they are disqualified if they've left the party. On the other hand, they say, we are the party. Now, these are internal issues of a party itself. But so far as disqualification proceedings are concerned, the Speaker is supreme, and he decides that in his House. So far as the
can I just stop you?
It is the governor who is to act. So you have conflicting constitutional authorities, and unless the 10th schedule is made very clear in all these aspects, you are going to repeatedly have cases like this in India.
No, therefore, I just wanted to ask you, because this is an unusual case. Sorry, Rahul, I just want to get a sense of this, because the Arunachal Pradesh precedent that was cited today is challenging the removal of the Speaker. Here the challenge is, Mr. Sundaram, on the Deputy Speaker's authority to disqualify those MLAs. Now, that decision has been kept on hold. Till that decision is made technically, can the floor test be called is being questioned, but more importantly, who conducts the proceedings tomorrow in the House? Does the Deputy Speaker conduct those proceedings or not?
More importantly, who is the whip? Who is the whip who is to be obeyed? That is another question, which is a very important question which will arise. Because who is the declared whip of the party? It is the declared whip of the party who gives the instruction. Now, if he is disobeyed, what happens? The person who disobeys him automatically gets disqualified unless it is condoned by the party. Now, however, their vote counts, and if they have already voted against the government falls. So I am saying these are all constitutional issues which the Supreme Court is currently concerned with, and I, for one, am very interested to see how the Supreme Court is going to decide this matter today.